What is up guys, and welcome to this quick tutorial. I thought I would show you how to go about making 3D text on a 3D circle, in 3D space. I don't know how else to say it without saying 3D a million times. But you remember I made this tutorial a while back, and I just thought I might as well make a little V2 with text into the composition as well. And I'll just go through the whole process with you. So here we've just got a plain blank composition, nothing going on, and I've just copied the text layer over. So I've just got text on a 3D path, dash, text on a 3D path, dash. And then from here we go to circle, and I'm just going to hold shift and command to draw the circle even. Doesn't really matter where it goes, because we're going to edit this anyway. And then from path, we go into this drop down and go path and mask 1. And now you'll see our text is on our shape like so. And I'm just going to adjust my spacing because I've kerned the text a little bit here. And then from here, we're going to go 3D layer, and geometry, I already accidentally went ahead before I remembered to record. But I've got geometry 40, and then I'm just going to use convex on my round bevel style. And you'll see here, it doesn't really look like anything, but let's just rotate this. So we can go in here, rotate, and on X, we'll just go -90. So -90. Look like this, you can't really see it. And if we go back into our text layer, and we'll go animate, enable per character 3D, and then again we'll go animate and add a rotation. So this is our first animate. I'm going to call it rotation. If I've spelled it wrong, forgive me. And then here we're going to go 90. And now you can see our text is on this layer. And you're thinking, Paula, I can't really see what's going on. All the text is white. And now obviously you can do anything with this 3D text. You can go animate, side color and RGB, and add a side color like so. And then you can also add a stroke if you wish. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring in an HDRI image like this. I'm going to do it here, but I'm going to just show you I've got another one. So it looks like this, and we're going to go right click, environment layer, and also I got my environment layer from here, from Polyhaven. I downloaded it for free. You can see it on the screen. And then, yeah, so I downloaded it, dropped it in, and we just went right click, environment layer. And now we go right click and pre-compose and keep all of that in the same, leave all of it in there. HDRI tutorial. We did this before in a previous tutorial, if you do remember. And I'm just going to go into my other one, and look, I just drew some random circular shapes and added a wiggle onto the position. So I'm just going to copy these through, just to make life easier, so I don't have to keep redoing it. And then we are going to go into our material options. And as you see, our HDRI has done nothing because we haven't got our materials adjusted for it. And now if we go like this, look, you can see that we get some refraction. It's more interesting. I don't know why I'm doing it all manually when I can just use these. But you can see now we get some more interesting, reflection. And if I take the red sides off, it'll also be interesting. But you can test with these, see what you get with them. That takes off the reflection, but just wiggle with them until you're happy. I'm going to remove the side color, and we'll get it all glowing. But obviously you can, if you want to keep that on, you can just, if you keep it lighter, you'll get a different depth of refraction. It's truly whatever you want it to be. We could have it like this, and we get a different level of refraction. And also now when we're here, let's just zoom in, and we can look on the geometry options, and now we can see what happens when we do these as well. You see what I mean? We get a totally different stroke edge. I personally like convex for these. It just makes it more round and chunky. But yeah, that's it. And then from here, I just rotated on the Z. Go clockwise, because that's the way we read. And I just did it like so. And then if you want to get the, like this shape that I did, oh, let me close that. If you want to get this shape that I did, I'll show you how to do that as well now. So this was just a circle with a stroke. So we put the stroke up, get rid of the fill. I don't know why it keeps going to the bottom screen. We get rid of the fill. We also make that 3D. We remember to change our geometry again. We turn the reflection up, and you want it a brighter color because the whites kind of refract it better. Geometry, add some depth, and again convex, and then we can center the anchor point. And you can see we've got the refraction. Sometimes it looks like it's not working, but it is. And again, because we've got a circle, an ellipse, we can go and add a zigzag. I feel like I'm bobbing and weaving in between my screen because my Mac second screen is too low. And then, yeah, we can just add a zigzag and it looks like so. And ridges, whoop, too many. Let's just go 12 and we can make the depth bigger. That's what I was meant to do. And you can see we get a nice, interesting kind of shape. You can do anything you want. I personally like smooth. I just think it looks interesting. You can make them bigger. You can change this. And yeah, I just animated the sizes of them. I just let them pulse. And that is how I did it. Very simple way. And now it does annoyingly take a hot minute to to render through. Now it never used to, but now because I've update my Mac, it seems to just not enjoy. Let's go on this top camera. Sorry, zoom out, I don't know why. And we can do this, and we can make this thinner. We can also push the anchor point back, so we can control the middle. We go back to active camera, and it looks like this. And that's basically it. As I said, your Mac may load quicker. Ever since I've updated my Mac, it just doesn't want to buffer 3D very quick at the minute. And yeah, hope you enjoy. As you can see, this is the kind of colour that I did my you get a different refraction. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Any questions, just ask.